Hello everyone and welcome back for another episode of The Outer Worlds. We're heading back to talk to Phineas. We have some dimethyl hydroxide. Is it dimethyl hydroxide? Dimethyl sulfuride? One of those. We have some of the chemicals that he asked for. Not all of them, but we opted to not kill people specifically. So, let's see how happy he is with what we've been able to obtain. Now, we have been asked to sell him out. We're not going to do that. He did wake us up from stasis. I think he's probably the better choice. And no one's convinced me that he's a psychopath, so... Hey, Phineas.
I've kept myself busy in your absence, optimized my formula. I'm now confident I can revive the remaining colonists. All I need now is the dimethyl sulfoxide. I'll take as much as you can give me.
There we go. Forget about the chemicals for a second. The colony's on the verge of collapse. No, I found your chemicals in the ministry. The board was testing them on human subjects.
Human test subjects? Oh, that's grotesque. That's unthinkable. That's exactly what I'd expect out of the board.
These are all the chemicals I could get anymore, and I would have killed the subject.
Damn, that's not enough. Not nearly enough for the whole ship. I could revive a handful of settlers. Maybe, possibly, 10.
The colony's on the verge of collapse, and the board's been trying to cover it up.
I know. I've suspected as much for years. Of course, I don't expect the board to do a thing about it. They've been driving our colony to the brink of destruction for decades. The board's mismanagement put our colony on the road to collapse. If we don't put a stop to them, thousands of colonists are going to die.
Are you going to sell me the few versus the many? It gets worse. The chairman's planning on freezing every worker in Halcyon.
Oh, hold on. Let me see if I understand this correctly. You're saying that Halcyon's on the brink of total collapse, and the chairman's plan to save all of us is to save himself? I always knew Halcyon was heading toward a systems collapse, but I never imagined we were already there. The board made this crisis, and now they want to solve it by freezing the rest of us?
That's what it seems like.
That's not a plan. That's a goddamn escape clause. Do you realize what this means for the Hope? For your fellow colonists? The board's going to kill them all. Toss them out into space. Just to make room in their hibernation chambers.
Yes, that is quite likely. So that's it? We just give up all the trouble I went through with... No. We need to think about this. There has to be something we can do.
Short of lining up every member of the board and shooting them in the back of the head.
Which we could do.
You know what's waiting for us on the Hope. Scientists, engineers, artists. The brightest minds Earth ever sent us. Uncorrupted by the board. The board's going to dispose of them all and transform the Hope into a prison for the rest of us. They're likely on their way to the Hope as we speak. We need to get to those colonists before the board. I have enough chemicals to start reviving a few of them, but no easy way to get them off the Hope.
There's a way. It's not exactly safe, but we could skip the Hope into the system.
Merciful gibbering law, you're a genius! We bring the Hope to us. Skip the entire ship across the distance of colony space. Right next to my lab.
No one will see it coming. The Hope's probably damaged. We'll have to route power from the Unreliable.
Yes, exactly. You're a step ahead of me, but I perceive the shape of your plan. If we link up the Hope to the Unreliable, then use your navigational computer to calculate a reasonably safe vector, we can skip the entire colony ship into the rings of Terra 2.
I've got a healthy disregard for personal safety, but this sounds crazy, even to me.
Your instincts are correct. By any reasonable definition of sanity, this plan is crazy. Isn't it wonderful?
I don't understand a word you said, Doc. All I know is, if we're gonna hijack a colony ship, count me in.
Technically, it's my colony ship.
Excellent. I approve of your enthusiasm, young man. You should ask your captain for a raise.
That's not how we work.
You'll need
Don't
to switch
pay
on the
him.
Hope's auxiliary power using the Unreliable. Then head to the bridge. Your navigational computer, Ada, should be able to activate the Hope skip drive.
I guess this means we're going back to the
Once you
Hope.
skip the Hope next to my lab, I'll have easy access to the frozen colonists. I can start reviving them immediately.
Sure, I'll do it. We don't need to ask more questions.
Why I'm doing all this. Why I believe the people on the Hope are the answer to the colony's problems. The Hope is carrying some of humanity's most brilliant thinkers, scientists, engineers, experts in their field. If we work together, we can still find a way to save Halcyon.
Hopefully, before everyone runs out of food.
I choose to believe otherwise. If there's even the slightest chance we can save Halcyon from oblivion, then we have to take it.
By the way, the adjutant asked me to plant a tracking signal in your lab, but I'm not going to do it.
You absolutely should.
What? I can't tell if you're being sarcastic.
Sarcasm, the last refuge of the witless. The adjutant must have sent you some kind of tracking code. If you don't use the code, she'll suspect you betrayed her.
Okay.
I think you should use the code and send a corrupted tracking signal. That should buy me some time.
Okay, you want to prepare?
The board's going to catch up to me sooner or later. This way I'll have time to set up some particularly nasty defenses.
Alright, we can set a trap.
Use my communications terminal to corrupt the tracking signal. While the board busies themselves trying to decipher it, I'll have plenty of time to prepare my defenses.
Alright. Let's,
Hey, boss. I want to talk to you.
Sure, Felix.
You know, they're gonna make a serial about our adventures one day.
I'm sure they will.
I've been trying to think of a good title for this episode. I like the sound of The Skip Job. No, wait, I got it. Hope in Dark Times.
I would say
Okay.
Hope Out of
Hope?
Darkness, but...
Like the ship. That's what folks in the business call wordplay.
Not bad, Felix. Our adventure serial's gonna need a name, too.
Yeah, I've been thinking about that. Got a list right here. Thrilling tales of the unreliable. Or maybe spine-chilling stories from the edge of the system. Was also considering astounding adventures in the ether. I'm partial to that last one.
How about just the Outer Worlds? I prefer the Adventures of Fate Action Company.
Not bad. Got a nice ring to it. Stealing the hope from the board, skipping it across the whole damn system. This is gonna be great. I can't wait.
People are going to be surprised. Yeah, I like your attitude, Felix.
Enough to boost my pay?
No.
I'm just kidding, boss. I know you don't pay me.
Yep, good.
I'm sure you've got plans to make. As for me, I gotta keep practicing my signature dropkick. The hope might have cameras.
It might, and we are using it as much as possible. Okay, so we need the comms terminal. Right, let's... Here we go. Long distance. There it is. Over that side. Anything else for us to take in here? Don't think so. Send corrupted tracking signal. Installing surveillance tracking signal and relay running cacophony protocol. Replicating artificial interference. Modifying signal noise ratio. Establishing connection. Signal status weak. Board surveillance protocol failed. Signal fidelity has been compromised. The terminal will attempt to establish a new connection once every cycle.
That should do it. You've bought me more than enough time.
Cool. Well, let's get back to the ship. And I guess we're gonna go steal the hope. I like when things come back full circle.
Captain, I hope you have a message from Adjutant Sophia Akande.
Good.
I'm impressed, Captain. I almost expected you wouldn't go through with it.
No, I did.
Unfortunately, Dr. Wells found a way to corrupt the signal before we could pinpoint his location.
Ah, shame.
Still, it's only a matter of time before we find him. Come visit me in Byzantium. We need to have a talk about the future of this colony.
Ooh. How do I know this isn't a trap?
Because I'm not in the business of arresting my own allies. You have my word. Meet
The
me in my
negative
office.
reputation
I've authorized
decreased.
your ship at my personal landing pad.
Adjutant Akande has ended her call. Rather rudely, if I might say, considering she didn't sign off. Will there be anything else, Captain?
No, you don't. I'm all good. So let's have a look at our reputation. Yeah, all of our negative reputation from the border's gone. That's really quite interesting. Okay, well we have more skills. We were putting our points into dialogue skills last time. I think I'll get the persuade skills up just so that they're done. So we're getting the coward target's armor being reduced. And then 3 points left. Let's put 2 points into intimidate and 1 point into lie. So these are keeping roughly on a level with each other. We do have other perks we can put in on our other companions, but because we're not really going to be taking them out, I don't think that's necessary. So we could go and talk to the adjutant at her landing pad. The other option is we travel to the Hope. I think we should probably go and talk to the adjutant just to hear her out.
We are now in orbit above Byzantium, Captain.
Indeed we are. Let's head down and see what we can find. Oh, fancy place. Unsurprisingly, there is not much here, but there is an elevator. Let's see if there's anything to steal. Around the edge, doesn't look like it. Always worth checking. You never know what's going to have been dotted around. Down up straight, soldier. That's not stealable, is it? No, it's just a toolkit of some kind that's all locked up. All right, let's go in. We might have to fight our way out of this. Got business with the boss.
Not so fast.
Ah, Sparza. What? I'm on the list.
All right, you're clear. The adjutant's expecting you. Go on through.
Yeah, bet she's expecting me. Let's just sell our junk just to take some of the edge off our weight. And up we go. Fancy. There was another floor below. And I'm assuming that's where that one goes to. Oh, hang on. I know where we are. Hey, Percival. Right. Now it all fits together. Let's get the team in so I can loot her office, because I need to close the door. And while she's looking the other way, going. And her notebook. This notebook contains a collection of assorted quotations and excerpts. Someone has left a bookmark on this page. Things fall apart, the center cannot hold. Mere anarchy is loosed upon the world. The blood-dimmed tide is loosed and everywhere. The ceremony of innocence is drowned. The best lack all conviction, while the worst are full of passionate intensity. Surely some revelation is at hand. I like how she's pretending to have not seen me, to allow me the opportunity to loot.
I'll keep it down.
I'm going to take her chef's hat. All of her stuff. I'm sure she didn't need any of that. Hi.
I admit part of me expected you to stand by your old friend. For better or worse, Wells was responsible for putting you back on your feet.
More getting me out of
That said,
cryo and dropping me on
he's
the planet.
also a wanted criminal. For information regarding his whereabouts, you are entitled to collect a reward from Percival.
Okay, cool. Now, tell me
I
why you wanted to
understand
see
you've
me.
infiltrated the Ministry. The things you discovered there must have been shocking, even disturbing.
Not entirely
Halcyon is on the
unexpected.
verge of a total systems collapse. The truth is ugly and difficult to accept, but we must accept the truth before we can move forward. Malnutrition is already a problem. Disease will come next, followed by starvation, followed by a breakdown of society, followed by extinction.
Yep, that's
I
pretty
know this
planned
must
out.
come as a surprise to you. I imagine you have questions.
No, it's all pretty
What's in
straightforward.
this for you? There's gotta be an angle. There always is for people like you.
I appreciate your skepticism, Dr. Fenhill, but I'm not doing this for any personal gain.
You haven't said
My
what we're
angle
doing.
is the preservation of our colony by any means possible. Nothing more and nothing less.
So that's your solution. Put the whole colony on ice. People ain't gonna stand for this. We'll fight back. We'll tear down the walls of Byzantium.
No, Mr. Millstone, you will not. The workers of Halcyon will do exactly as they are told, as they always have. Your dreams of a people's revolution are the juvenile fantasies of a frustrated child. I won't pretend the truth isn't damning. Yes, the colony is on the verge of collapse, but there is a way to save it.
I'm listening. What needs to be done?
We need to talk about Emerald Vale.
Oh?
You handed Edgewater over to a band of dissidents. I can't have this. Adelaide McDevitt and her people have no place in the Halcyon that is to come.
And
Edgewater
yet...
needs to go. I want you to wipe
What?
the town out. No survivors.
Are you out of your mind? We're not gonna murder a town of innocent people.
You will do exactly as you're told, or I will have you shot for insubordination.
Hey, he doesn't work for
I
you.
get that you board types are all about efficiency, but isn't this a bit much?
I'm asking your captain to amputate a rotting limb from the colony. I'd expect you to understand, Dr. Fenhill.
Except
Now is not the time for half
they're
measures,
actually
Captain.
feeding
I
themselves.
need a decision from you.
What did Edgewater do to deserve this?
You replaced a loyal, if hard-headed, town leader with a revolutionary. Adelaide's people have turned Edgewater into a hub of dissidents. These people are dangerous. They're going to become more dangerous after the collapse. We need to put them down. Now.
Now, focus on stopping the collapse. We're talking about human lives here.
The dissidents currently occupying Edgewater answer to no one. They're an unknown, unpredictable variable, and I can't have that. I'm not asking you to be a murderer. I'm asking you
Yes,
to
you
be
are.
a surgeon. Edgewater is a necrotic limb on the body of the colony. It must be severed.
They're self-sufficient. They're not a strain on the colony resources.
Don't fool yourself. The dissidents occupying Edgewater are rebels harboring dangerous and seditious ideas. Left to their own devices, their numbers will grow.
And what problem
Graham
is that?
Bryant and his merry band of morons caused enough trouble on Monarch. I won't risk the same thing happening in Edgewater.
The answer is no.
Don't make this more difficult than it needs to be, Captain. I rather like you, and I'd hate to have you shot for disobeying a direct order.
Go to hell.
I'm disappointed. I was so sure you had potential.
Take your best shot, asshole.
Well, The board reputation has decreased, which is not much of a surprise. Right. Let's use all the special abilities that we can. Like flying kicking him.
Can we talk?
Hi.
So we're really gonna do this?
Oh yeah.
I've seen lots of crazy, Captain, but Phineas is in a class of his own.
We made our choice.
Do you really think he knows what he's doing? Sending us to skip the Hope into Terra-2's orbit right under the board's nose?
I'm not sure, but it's our best chance.
There's a sobering thought. Makes me want to drink. I think this whole plan's insane, but it'll make a good story, you know, if we survive. Speaking of, I get that Phineas thinks he's saving the colony, but what about you? Why risk your neck on this crazy scheme?
Oh. The people on Halcyon deserve a chance, and so do the colonists. Yeah.
Coming from anyone else, that would sound like a line from one of those Odeon Pictures movies, but I think you really mean it. Still, all this depends on the other Hope colonists. Are they gonna pull us out of the shit? Or are we all just gonna leave a bigger, uglier stain on this corner of the galaxy?
Who knows? If they're half as capable as me, we'll be in good hands.
This is why I like you, Captain. Well, whenever you're ready to do this, I'm with you. Anything else?
Ooh. No, that's it. Let's loot up and move on. Oh, she's got nothing because we already stole it, of course. They really shouldn't have attacked us. They should have known better. And Percival. Ooh. Hacking glasses. Well, now that everyone's dead, the board is scared of us. We are kill on sight for the faction, which is not a surprise. And I will finally take that. I guess this means we're heading back to our ship. There may be more people for us to kill down here. I'm not just going to fast travel our way past them. We've made this mess.
Here they come! Nice hit!
That's the last of us.
Ooh, shock weakness. If we take more shock damage, we get a perk point. Yeah, that could be fine. So the perk point we're going to take, doing extra damage per floor, which was the one I was looking at last episode. I think it was just extra walk speed. Just so we get places a tiny bit faster.
Go watch the field!
Well, the board can't get any angrier with us than they already are. Let's wait for the special abilities on our friends to come back. Actually, let's get this reloaded. And you know what we haven't used in a while? Is the big gun.
Jackass is incoming!
How about that?
Out of my way!
Stay still. I want to launch you up in the air.
Not right. Yeah! That's what you said!
Not exactly launching in the air, but still fun nevertheless. In fact, you know what? We should We should make sure that this is reloaded for next time. Change back to a slightly more effective weapon. Probably going to need to repair our stuff. Anything to take over here? Nope. Actually, if we go to repairing everything, we've got the parts. 18 weapon parts, 9 armor parts. Yeah, we've got loads. Let's get them all done. Is it worth us tinkering with our weapons? Oh, it's so cheap. Yeah, let's take them all up to level 34. So much damage on that shrink ray. And for armor, yeah, we can put this up a couple of levels as well. Really solid. Well, they're going to try and impound us, but I think Ada's going to manage to get past them. So, kept secret but not forgotten, we need to travel to the home.
Sending a corrupted tracking signal to the board was quite clever, if I might say, Captain.
Thanks. I'm glad you thought so. We did, in the end, travel across and walk straight into a trap and then have to kill them, but
We have arrived at the Hope.
that'll,
I need you to reroute power from our ship to the Hope's auxiliary generator. You'll have to connect me to the Hope's comm system so I can convince her central computer to enable the skip drive.
sure thing, Ada. What's going to happen if we skip the Hope?
If your calculations are even slightly off, you could crash the entire colony ship into Terra 2.
Well, that wouldn't be
Or the
good.
Sun.
That would be worse. Alright. I suppose it wasn't the entire board that we killed, it was just the
You
adjutant.
killed the adjutant? We are outlaws in the truest sense of the word now.
You're right, Ada. We are indeed.
I'll lock up.
You do that. I'm going to keep the same party
Thank you.
because they are doing a bang-up job of keeping me safe. Okay, we've got a couple of things to do on the Hope. It actually looks like a pretty large ship, so I think we're going to want to explore properly. Let's have a little look around the docking bay area before we do anything else. Who's Quincy Duncan? Corporate, right. Corporate people. We could sneak this. Let's try sneaking it. So I do want to go into the Hope and explore it and see if there's any stuff to do in there, but right now maybe we can just activate what we need to. Don't see me, don't see me, don't see me, don't see me. Okay. First of all, UDL auxiliary power station. Patch routes auxiliary power sources to supplement the reactor. Let's have a look at the logs. Pre-launch roll call. Captain Wilhelm Hunt, First Mate Donna Hunt, Navigation Rizi Turiga, Chief Engineer, Medical Officer. Okay. Let's have a look at the log for W. Hunt. 10 years. Longest trip Donna and I ever took was a week-long sojourn to the Silver Mountains. And even that set her on edge. She's a homebody. Always was. She packed so much food we could have been stranded out on those rocks for a month. And probably would have been just fine. UDL sent us on a team-building seminar into the city once. They paid for everything. Donna still packed nutrient bars, just in case the bus broke down. It's gonna take this ship 10 years to reach Halcyon, an entire decade. It's a good thing UDL provided the rations, else she might have dumped her life savings into mixed nuts and freeze-dried meat. Let's have a look at the automated audio transcript. This is it, folks. Say goodbye to old Blue, eh? Yeah, if anyone wants to. Good riddance. Why so bitter, Ezzy? It's been a good home. Give me a spaceship any day of the week. Well, we'll see how you feel in a year, and... So, moment of silence, or should we make a toast? Anything? Feels weird leaving Earth in the rearview mirror. No. From now on, we only look forwards. Okay. The status? Let's check the power status. Yep, reactors in power save mode. Let's check the maintenance status. Lots of overdue bits. Microwave short-circuited after some idiot left his fork on the plate. Microwave clock has stopped. Microwave is stuck in high power mode. Microwave has stopped working entirely. Hibernation storage status. Okay. They are full. So let's patch the power in. And then we need to patch Ada into the communication system. The power is being rerouted from the docking bay reactor is now in auxiliary power mode.
We're not exploding, so I guess it worked.
Now the Hope's comms is a bit further forwards than I would have liked, so I think we're going to have to really sneak if we're going to make it up to that, because yeah, we're going to have to get all the way inside, and that's going to have to be next time, I'm afraid. We're out of time for this episode. Thank you very much for coming along, everyone. I do hope you have enjoyed this. As always, if you have, be sure to give a big thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, go ahead and do so, and you'll be told when the next episode goes live. Otherwise, I'll see you next time for another episode of The Outer Worlds. See you soon.